Good morning everybody, welcome back to LilyLuLou. If it's your first time visiting me, my name is Karen, I'm the Junk Journal Geek, and a very warm welcome to you and to all my returning visitors. So today I want to try and make some faux CD envelopes for the black and white journal that I'm working on. I've seen lots of people working with CD envelopes at the moment, and I don't have any, but I thought I've got a 2.5 inch circle punch, so I thought I'd try and make some faux envelopes of my own. Now my idea is if I pop this in and make a circle, I can sort of build the envelope around that hole. So as this is 2.5 inches wide, and I know from using this before that if I put this right on the edge of a page, it goes in about 1/2 inch from the edge. So I know that if I want my envelopes to be even all the way round the circle window, I need to add on 1 inch in width. I hope that makes sense, but I think it will become clear as I am doing it. So now the only trouble is I can't get the whole thing on my mat to measure, so we're going to have to do some measuring and pencil lines. So how are you all today? I hope you're all happy, safe and well. It seems like quite a nice day outside this morning, but it is very, very windy here. It has been very, very windy for quite some time. Right, so what I want to do is cut some 3.5 inch widths from this paper, and I'm going to use those as my bases for my envelopes. Max is saying good morning. Don't know if you can hear him in the background there. Again, he thinks I'm on the phone to my daughter. So I should have done, just trying to think how many of, yeah, I should be able to fit 3 across here, shouldn't I? Because it's a 12 inch sheet of paper. So I'm not sure how tall these will all need to be. But I know what the width needs to be, so now I can't see my pencil lines. I should have done it on the back, shouldn't I? That would have been far too sensible, wouldn't it? Well, there's the one up there. Where's the one down here? There. So if I pop that there and there, and in theory I should be cutting a strip that's about the right size for what I need. Oops. So that's one. Don't know how these are going to turn out, but we'll have a play and see what happens. Right, where's my next mark? There. Where's the one at the top? There, there, and there. So that should be about right. Oh, goodness me. Can't even stay against my ruler this morning. For some reason, I seem to be going, what? But look at that. It's supposed to be a straight line. Redonkulous. Right. There's my bottom one. Can't see my top one. Oh, there it is. There. And, oops. There. And let's just hope these are straight. If I have lined my ruler up straight. Quite gone through. So I've got a little strip there we can use for something else. So we'll save that for later. So now I'm going to put all these three together. Look, you can see how wrong I was. Should I try and tidy those up? This is why I usually get the guillotine out for things like this, but I can't get it under my camera, so it means stopping and starting all the time. You know, and when you're videoing, it's sort of where you can, you've started, so you want to finish. Hopefully that might be a bit better. Oh no, I didn't get through to the bottom one. I think I'm just going to try and make these and then we'll worry about straightening them up afterwards. So I'm going to pop these all together at the bottom. So hopefully they're straight-ish. I'm going to pop them roughly in the middle of my punch, she says. But as these have all gone wonky, the middle could be anywhere, couldn't it? Cut those. And the reason I've done three at once is so that the punch works, because if you try and do just a single sheet of paper on this thin paper, it doesn't work. And I save these circles because again I can use them for something else. And then what I'm going to do is say this is roughly 1/2 inch from the bottom. It's slightly less, but we'll work with 1/2 inch. So I want to fold this roughly 1/2 inch from where that circle is. So if I put my circle, see the edge, this edge of the circle is on that line. So if I put my ruler, that's on the 5 inch line. So if I put my ruler at the 5.5 inch line, I can fold that there, make a sort of a little score line, and fold this. And you can see there we've got the sort of the basis of the CD envelope. So we just need to fold this over, you know, how much we're going to want as a little flap. Work out how much we want as a little flap. And then just cut it down to size from there. So if we say, it doesn't even look straight, but then the whole thing's not straight, is it? Goodness me. So I'm going to chomp that there. So now you can see, if I glue down those two sides, there's my little flap. I've got my CD envelope. So how big is this? 5. That's 8 inches. So let's cut these down as well to 8 inches. I hope I'm not making this seem more complicated than it actually is. More scraps to use for something else. Okay, let's do this one. So if I pop that on 2, I can cut it at 10, and I know that that's 8 inches. And then I just need to, again, do a little score line measure where that actually is. So that was at 3.5 and 7.25 roughly. So make a little score line there. And a little score line there. Do the same with this one. So that would be 5.5 for the first one. And I think 9.25 for the second one. So that is our little flap, and that is our base. So I am going to need to straighten these edges up, obviously. They're shockingly bad. That one is a bit deep because it's covering up my that's going to make it worse, Karen. Let's trim a little bit off that one. That's probably the most sensible thing to do. I'm just wondering if I'll be able to straighten these up with my knife or whether I should just bite the bullet and get the guillotine out. I don't know how it's possible to cut wonky when you've got a straight-edged ruler, but I do manage. Scissors and a craft knife are not my friends, but I keep persevering. The only way to get better is to practice, isn't it? So there's my 3 CD case bases. So they look quite nice. Excuse me. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop you on pause, and I'm going to go and straighten these edges up because they're annoying me. I'll be back in a second. Right, they're a bit better. I'm just going to put a little bit of ink around these edges. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with these yet. I just knew I wanted to make some. I'll do these edges as well. I know we're going to stick these all down, but it just means that any white will be, you know, disguised a little bit. I think what I'm going to do, because this is sort of flimsy paper, I can't remember what weight this paper is, but it is paper. It's not, it is from a paper pad, but it's not like that thick scrapbooking paper. It is just normal paper. So if I want to use these as pockets, you know, to put things in and out, this edge is going to be very flimsy because it is just paper. So what I might do is stick a decorative element in the little hole here, and as long as I go up to the edge, that will strengthen that edge when you're popping things in and out. So I'll probably ink this some more once I've decided exactly what I'm doing, but that will do for now. Right, so I want some more of these little people in these windows. Now these are going to obviously be too big, so I think I need the little ones. I don't know if I cut out any of the little ones. even the little ones might be too, right, she'll be okay. So let's chop her off to start with. She'll be too big. He should be okay. Oh, excuse me. Now, I've got some here. They're bigger ones. Where's the ones that I haven't cut out yet? And obviously, we want to make sure we've got different ones. So, is that the little girl I've got on the cover? Where have I put the cover? No, she isn't. Right, okay. So, I think I want the, right, I'm going to have this little chap, I think, because we've got a sitting, a standing and a walking then. So, I'm just wondering, those bits that I cut off, I might use those. Then it won't be obvious that it's a CD cover, will it, if I do that? Right, let's cut these little people out. More fussy cutting, I'm afraid. Do I want to fussy cut them or do I want to leave a border? Let's have a think. Let's find what I'm going to have behind here. Do I want... I know what I could have. Max, will you stop whinging, please? I could pop them on a bit of vellum, couldn't I? Behind there. So we could have a bit of vellum and then it's semi-transparent with a little person on. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I think that might look quite nice. So this measures 3.5 by 3.5, which is what it should have measured. So that's good. Should we have another bash? No, I'm going to pause you again and I'm going to cut this on the guillotine, otherwise we'll be here all day, won't we? Okay, while I was trimming these pieces of vellum, I also fussy cut the little people out so that you don't have to sit and watch me do that. Right, the vellum I have cut a tad smaller than 3.5 by 3.5, so that hopefully it fits within the edges of this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the vellum on and then decorate the people from the front rather than doing it sort of inside. So that's what I'm going to do. I might even have him sitting on the edge there. I don't know. But let's stick the vellum in and go from there. So, and hopefully if that goes right up to the edge, then it will also strengthen the, you know, the whole envelope. So let's put the little people up here for a minute. They can sit and watch what we're doing. And let's stick the vellum in. So what I think I will do is I will pop glue stick around the window. Oops. Oops-a-daisy. And then I will pop the vellum behind that. And then that way, if I do have any overhang at the top, I can trim it before I stick the envelope together. Or at the side, which I seem to have here. Surprise, surprise. Okay. And it hasn't come right up to the top, which is what I wanted. So I think what I'm going to have to do is do it the other way around. Stick it to the top edge. Because I want it on the top edge, you know, to give that edge a bit of strength. So Pop that there. Let that adhere, and then we'll trim the edge off. So that's one. It's going to be okay. Just checking the size before I pop it in, because obviously if I line up the top edge, I don't want the bottom interfering with that fold. So I'm lining that right up against that, what will be the top edge. So that's number 2 done, and that one doesn't seem to have any overhang. And then this one, that was up there, got a bit of gap at the bottom there. Still not got a straight edge there. That might be sorted out though once we actually stick it together. We'll see. We still might have to do a bit more trimming. That should be my byline, shouldn't it? Never knowingly cuts a straight edge. I'm not sure if you can hear that music in the background. There's a real heavy beat to it. I'm not sure if it's a car stopped outside somewhere or if it's coming from next door, but it's not here, it's not me. And that one does have some overhang at the edge, so we'll need to trim that. So I'm just wondering whether to stick these together now before I decorate. I think what I will do is pop a bit of ink on all these top edges. Should really have a brush for doing that, but I can't be bothered to go and get it. I seem to say that a lot on video, don't I? Can't be bothered. That one's a bit messy, but and then I want to round these corners. I don't think they are normally rounded on CD covers, so maybe we'll just leave them as they are and we'll work with that. Right, so let me have a look at my kit bits and pieces, the ephemera, because obviously I want to bring some of the kit into these if I can. Where's my ephemera pages? They're too big, they're too big, they're too big, they're too big, and they're too big. So let's work with this. I was going to make these from the extra pages that I'd printed out from the kit, and then I forgot and pulled out this piece of paper. So that was clever, wasn't it? I was just thinking if I could use any of these with the little people. Wondering if the next size up from him might work, you know? Have I got him cut out in the next size up? Probably not. He's far too big. Far too big. Well, that's him in the biggest size. So he must be hanging around in the medium size somewhere. There. too big. Right, stop getting distracted, Karen, get back to what you're doing. So I definitely want these little people on here. I'm just wondering if I want anything else on there with them. Let's pop the lid on there. I don't think I want these. Do I want any circles? Don't think so. Don't see anything there that grabs me. Here we go again. We're getting on to a bit of decorating now, so Karen's got to faff. I wonder if I've got any butterflies in here that I want to use. These butterflies are mainly from the Digital Collage Club, if you're wondering. There could be a few in here from other places as well, not sure. They're going to be too big. I think that's a moth rather than a butterfly, but still. Rummage, 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 rummage. Nothing else in there grabbing me. Where's my ephemera bits and pieces? Is there anything in here I might want to use? Again, I think they're probably all a bit big. I think that might work. I'm not sure if you can see actually what I'm doing here. Got another number 5. I wonder if that would go on somewhere. Britain. Island in the Atlantic Ocean off the northwestern coast of Europe, including England, Scotland and Wales. Righty-ho. What's this? Ooh. No, not the right size. Oh, it's a little teeny weeny heart there. I wonder if I can use that somewhere without it getting lost. Can't even pick it up. What's that behind there? That's a tab. That could come in useful somewhere. It's more blue than black. It's too big. I've lost my mind and I'm pretty sure the kids took it. Okay, let's see what we can do with some of these. What do we want to wear? I'm not sure if this is all too samey and I need something, you know, with different colours, or if it's a good idea to I wonder if I could cut this down a little bit. These bits and pieces were sent to me in a swap by Sarah. So if you're watching, Sarah, thank you. Don't think that works with him, but it might work with him. He might be able to sit on that. And then it's covering up the words. Yeah, I think that's going to be a bit too deep, and if that is, then these are going to be as well, aren't they? So, okay. Right, so should we just have him sitting on the edge of there? And then do we want any other decoration with him? Does he look like he's just sort of balancing on there? Oh, he might be better at the edge again. That might be okay. And then whatever we put in the pocket, we'll be able to sort of see it through there, roughly. What about this little lady? What's she going to have? Maybe he could have the vintage label. I'm not sure about these butterflies. Don't think I want those. Just seeing if I've got a flower or something I could pop on. I think I'll just, you know, do this basic decoration. And then once these are in the journal where I want them, I may well add to it. Otherwise we'll be here all day, won't we? Watching Karen Faff. Right, so this is just one of the little circles from the kit. Oh, that's fallen on her and I quite like it. and I don't like that circle. No, I think I'll have it off to the side. Right, I'm going to glue those bits down and then stick the things together to close up the little envelope pockety bits. Right, where's my glue stick gone? It's there. Oh, I can't get the lid off. Got him sitting on there like that, so let's leave him to dry. Now let's do this little lady. Oh look, the other side's cream, maybe that would look better. I think the black stands out a bit more. A little bit of glue stick on that one. Pop that there. And then let's get this gentleman stuck down. Right, now I'm going to close these envelopes with art glitter glue, just so that I can try and get a thin bead of glue because glue stick, I'll be too heavy-handed and go too far in, and then we'll lose, you know, some of the real estate in the pockets. So, and I don't think we need a little notch in there because we have got a bit of a gap, so that should be okay. So let's just pop as thin a bead of glue as I can along here. And obviously I can't do a straight line. And close that up, and then I'm going to trim these again afterwards, all these overhanging bits. Leave that one to dry for a second. Do the same with this one. Oh, I didn't put any. I need to put a bit more ink on the edge because I've added that vellum. It's okay. This is the one with the wonky edge. See a little bit of vellum sticking out here. I can't get to it. Okay, right, final inking, I think. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick these in or if they're going to be floating pockets. So I'm just, you know, giving it a little bit of ink around the back as well. Oh, Max, quiet, please. Thank you. Max has just seen somebody walk past. Yes, I know, they're very rude, aren't they? Walking past our house on a public street. How very dare they, Max? I know they were walking past and they weren't coming up the alley, because then he would have been launching into a proper hissy fit. So there we have our faux CD envelopes, obviously much smaller than real CD envelopes. And I didn't have one to use as a reference, so these, I've just done these from memory, how I remember CD cases looking. But there we go, there's our 3 little CD case pocket thingies that we've made today. So let me know what you think of them. I hope you like them. I will think about whether I need, you know, something on here to help these stay closed. I had in mind something like this might work, but I'm not sure if this paper that I've printed these on is heavy enough, and I think they will come too far over the edge and cover up the little people. Let's just have a look. I don't want to cover up the little people. So if that was on there, it's going to hide her face, and I don't want that. I could possibly use it on that one. Don't want to use it on that one. So I'm going to have a think and have a rummage and see what I can find. You know what might work? Just literally sticking a little button on. You know, it just might be enough weight to hold that closed. So, should we do that? If that was on... Let's have a look for some buttons. Right. They've got to be flat ones. And they've got to be, let's give these a bit of a burnish first of all. Where's my bone folder? Should have done this earlier in the process really, but I didn't, so. You nearly got rid of me then, nearly. I nearly went. sure these are nicely as flat as they can be. Right, so we could have one of those on there. I think it's sliding off, but I think when it's stuck down, that might just do the trick. That's a bit rounded at the back. I did have some mother of pearl ones, some little ones. There must be in one of my other boxes. Oh, that's quite nice. That's a fabric covered one. Maybe we'll put that on her. Right, let's pop them on with some art glitter glue, and then I will disappear. The button's sticking to my finger rather than the paper because I've got glue on me. Should probably tie it to some twine or embroidery thread or something through the buttons before I stuck them down, but I've only just thought of that. So, oh, actually, I might stick that one down that way. What do we think? Or is it better that? No, I think it is better that way. So when you're using buttons, always look at the, you know, what is the back of the button or what was supposed to be the back of the button, because sometimes that would work better with your project than the front. And there's no rules with junk journals. You can use whatever you like, however you like. Can't see my pin. Right, so let's clear these buttons out the way. That one's stuck fairly well straight away. Just give the other two a second to hopefully grab a bit. Let's get this rubbish out the way. Move my ruler and let's have a look and see what do we think of that then. Three little CD pockets. Let me know what you think. I hope you've enjoyed watching that today. I know I was faffing, but you know me, if you've been here before, you get faffing. Thanks for joining me. I will see you again in another couple of days, hopefully. But in the meantime, look after yourselves, take care, and enjoy your own crafty time. Bye-bye.